Imagine you're walking down a busy street, feeling like you're chasing after time itself, trying to balance work, relationships, and your own sense of purpose. Every day, the same struggles, managing distractions, keeping track of endless to-dos, trying to make progress, but feeling like you're constantly spinning your wheels. What if there was a blueprint? A guide that could unlock a world of productivity, influence, and personal growth. In 1989, Stephen R. Covey introduced a powerful framework that would become the foundation of success for millions worldwide: the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and hacks, Covey brought us a timeless philosophy rooted in principles, character, and the pursuit of long-term growth. But what makes Stephen Covey's work stand out? Why has the 7 Habits resonated with readers for over 30 years? And how did this thinker, who wasn't just a business guru but also a deeply philosophical mind, give us the tools to elevate our personal and professional lives? To answer that, let's dive into the mind of Stephen Covey, the thinker who revealed the 7 habits that can transform not just your effectiveness, but your entire way of engaging with the world. Before we dive into the habits themselves, let's take a moment to understand the man who brought these concepts to life. Stephen R. Covey was an American educator, businessman, and author, someone whose work transcended industries. But perhaps more than that, Covey was a deep thinker, a philosopher who wanted to understand what truly makes people tick. Born in 1932 in Salt Lake City, Utah, Covey's journey to becoming a thought leader wasn't without its challenges. In fact, his own pursuit of effectiveness came from personal experience, struggling to balance the demands of family life, work, and personal growth. Covey earned an MBA from Harvard and later a doctorate in religious education from Brigham Young University. But his true passion lay in leadership and personal development. It was during this time as a professor at BYU that he began to notice a common theme in the lives of successful people. This led him to develop what would eventually become the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But Covey wasn't just about business success, he was about holistic success. His framework was designed to help individuals achieve a balanced life, one that nurtured not only professional effectiveness, but also personal fulfillment, ethical integrity, and strong relationships. So what exactly are these 7 habits, and why have they endured for so long? At its core, the 7 Habits is based on what Covey calls a principle-centered approach to life. Covey believed that real, lasting change couldn't come from quick-fix solutions or superficial strategies. Instead, it had to be rooted in timeless principles, universal truths that would guide our decisions, actions, and behaviors. In his book, Covey splits the 7 habits into 3 stages: private victory, public victory, and renewal. The first 3 habits focus on mastering yourself, the next 3 focus on how you interact with others, and the 7th habit is all about sustaining your effectiveness in the long run. This isn't just a framework for better productivity, it's a roadmap for a richer, more intentional life. Each habit builds on the previous one, and they're designed to help you create a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment, not just in your career, but in every aspect of your life. So without further ado, let's break down the 7 habits and how they can help you achieve true effectiveness. The first habit is all about taking control. Covey starts with a powerful idea. You are the creator of your own destiny. Being proactive means recognizing that we are responsible for our choices, actions, and ultimately our lives. It's about shifting from a reactive mindset, where circumstances control you, to a proactive one, where you recognize that you have the power to choose how you respond to any situation. You see, proactive people focus on what they can control, their own behavior, attitude, and responses. On the other hand, reactive people often blame others, circumstances, or external factors for their problems. Covey encourages us to ask ourselves, what can I do right now with the resources and abilities I have to change my situation for the better? When you start thinking this way, you begin to break free from the victim mentality and become empowered to make real change. The second habit is about vision. Covey believed that all effective people start with a clear vision of their life's purpose. He calls it beginning with the end in mind. In this habit, you are encouraged to develop a personal mission statement, something that will serve as your guiding compass in life. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? What kind of person do I want to be? How do I want others to remember me? By defining your vision, you give yourself direction. Covey believed that everything in life starts with this mental blueprint. If you don't know where you want to go, you're bound to wander aimlessly. But if you're intentional about the end result, every decision you make becomes easier and more aligned with your ultimate goals. Now that you have a vision, it's time to take action. The third habit is about prioritizing what matters most. Covey teaches us to focus on putting things first. It's easy to get caught up in urgent but unimportant tasks, answering emails, attending unnecessary meetings, or responding to distractions. But truly effective people focus on their long-term goals and values, not just the immediate demands of life. This habit is all about time management and self-discipline. It's about being proactive enough to say no to the things that don't align with your personal mission, so you can devote your energy to what truly matters. Once you've mastered your inner world, it's time to focus on the world around you. Habit 4 is all about creating mutually beneficial relationships. Covey calls it, think win-win. This habit is about finding solutions where everyone involved benefits. It's about seeing life as a cooperative, not competitive experience. Instead of thinking, I win, you lose, highly effective people look for ways where everyone can win. Covey believed that the most successful people are those who can collaborate and build relationships based on trust, respect, and shared goals. Whether in business, family, or friendships, creating a win-win dynamic fosters long-term success and harmony. In a world where everyone's talking but no one's truly listening, the habit encourages active listening, empathy, and open-mindedness. By listening first, we gain a deeper understanding of others' needs, concerns, and perspectives. This builds trust and helps resolve conflicts faster. Once we understand, we're in a much better position to express our own thoughts clearly and persuasively. The sixth habit is synergize. It's about collaboration and creating outcomes that are greater than the sum of their parts. Synergy happens when diverse individuals or groups come together, combining their strengths and working toward a common goal. Covey believed that through effective teamwork, we could achieve results far beyond what any individual could do alone. This is why effective people don't just focus on their own success, they look for ways to lift up others and build a community of support. Through synergy, you can achieve breakthroughs that would otherwise be impossible. Finally, we come to the seventh habit, sharpen the saw. Covey explains that we must regularly renew and take care of ourselves in 4 areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Without constant renewal, our effectiveness will wear down over time. Just like a saw that becomes dull, we need to sharpen ourselves by taking care of our bodies, minds, relationships, and spirits. This habit is all about self-care and lifelong learning. It's about creating balance so you can continue performing at your best for the long haul. Why do the 7 habits continue to resonate decades after its publication? In a world that's constantly changing, where new technologies, trends, and ideas emerge every day, Covey's principles remain a steady foundation. Because they tap into timeless human needs, clarity, purpose, collaboration, and growth, in a sense, Covey's book isn't just about business success, it's about how we can live a principled life in an increasingly chaotic world. Stephen Covey didn't just teach us how to become more effective at work. He gave us the tools to be better people. In a world where efficiency often trumps character, Covey reminds us that effectiveness isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are. So as you reflect on these 7 habits, ask yourself, how can I become more proactive in my own life? How can I begin with the end in mind? What will you do today to become a highly effective person? Remember, the path to true success isn't about finding shortcuts. It's about building a foundation of character, integrity, and relentless self-improvement. That's what Stephen Covey's 7 habits gave the world, a roadmap for becoming the kind of person who can change the world by changing themselves. And that's the legacy of Stephen Covey, the thinker who didn't just reveal the secrets to getting ahead, but to living a life of purpose and meaning.